Absolutely. I mean, and 1-0 down so early on, other teams can buckle, but yours certainly didn't.
Yeah, I said to Butts on the side, I said, I don't want to walk away from here with a 5-0. And he went, you say that to me all the time. I was joking, but, you know, the place was bouncing. There was 28,000. There was a real spring in Sheffield Wednesday's step. The fans were right behind them. And lesser teams would have buckled. And they've actually battered a few teams here with big score lines. So to see the players actually respond was incredible for me. Actually, Regan and I sat down and had a chat before the game about how the lads are thinking, what's the mindset, how do they feel. It's like, can't wait to get going. That was evident today, but I've seen that time and time again.
It looked like Teddy's position changed a little bit, maybe in the first half, but pushed a little bit further forward.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the shape. So, like, you know, we're here speaking to the fans, so I think it's important to let people know how things go and what we do. We actually trained all week 3-4-3 without boring people. Just when we trained, the Teddy and Danny, who played in the pockets, were just too low and kept coming down. And I just thought it'll end up like Peterborough and Oxford, where we were camped in a half and not being bold enough to jump. And I changed to 3-5-2 not the last minute. We've done plenty of work on it. And it was just pretty clear to me that when the game started, I just thought this is going to be a damp squid. We could get beat 3-0 here, have no possession, no shots on goal, not make a mark in the opposition's half. So we decided to go 3-4-3, be really aggressive, push our front three against their three. We always felt we could bother them if we got close enough to them. And again, credit to the players, because we decide on the side what we want to do, but then they have to go and execute, and I thought they were excellent, so huge credit to them.
Harry Boy's, I would argue, best performance in a Lincoln City shirt. Some really strong challenges, and it was a great challenge to win the ball on the halfway line, but then to have the presence of mind to run forward, have the shot, which obviously led to Danny's goal.
Yeah, and again, obviously people don't get to see it. Harry does that a lot in training, and every time he gets an opportunity in 11v11 or a small side game, the first thing he does is just take it out of his feet and hit it. So when he was going through there, I thought he's going to shoot. We felt we could stretch David and goal for them, and so huge credit to Harry. I thought he was our best player today, but I got to give Danny Mandrew a mention as well, because Danny's stats are unbelievable for goals, but his XG is appallingly low because he's never in the box. And we've been through and we sat him down either yesterday or the day before, and we showed him he should have lots of red dots, and he had one. And as we were chatting and we had like honest conversations, and like I named a centre half in our league whose XG is higher than Danny's because he goes up for corners, and I was saying, like, that can't be right. So to see him score a goal, which I know he can do, but to see him score a goal where he scored his goal, and again, he deserves credit for that. We give him a little bit of help. We ask him to do something, and he goes and does it. You just can't do it next week and the week after and the week after.
You said to me a few times this year that your keeper hasn't had a huge amount of saves to make until I looked at the stats with about 10 minutes to go, and there was one attempt on goal, and obviously that was the goal, and that was it.
Sheffield Wednesday's
attempts. For Sheffield Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, they 21 shots. We had 5. I get that. I've no shame at that. But we had 3 on target and they had 5, and they were all pretty comfortable.
And all mostly towards the end.
Yeah, which, look, the one thing we were always aware of, and it was a worry because of their size, the longer the game goes on that they're not winning, they're going to become more and more direct, and that was pretty evident. Look, I think Harry Boys was marking Iorfa today. I think it was Lass was marking, Sean Rowan was marking Smith, Regan was marking Sean was marking Smith, Regan was marking Smith. They're huge, and I thought we really, really stood up to that.
How does Adam Jackson end up there on the goal line in the last second? I mean, it was an almost perfect position, wasn't it?
Yeah, and hand on my heart, I thought it was a goal. I was like, I don't believe it, because I thought the players deserved their work ethic, togetherness, spirit, their efforts deserved at least a point. I think he's been arguably our best player this year. I really do. I've said it time and time again. I think the league's heavily suited to his game. He's a good player. He's actually a good footballer. He doesn't get enough credit for that. So impressed with him this year. Really pleased with him.
Sean Rowan's 20, by the way.
Is he? Sorry.
It was ridiculous today, wasn't it? I mean, when you think he's come back from playing international, I think he had a really good game.
I should know that because I had about 6 of his Krispy Kremes when he brought them in. Yeah, and he's been away from international, and again, just giving insight to fans because I think it's important they know what happens in our world and stuff like that. Like he's come back from Ireland and he's not felt great in terms of he got a knock over there. He's played left-sided centre-half. I thought he did really well. I think that's only his third game there. And I said to him, listen, I did an interview pre-game the other day and I was saying, start of the season, there was a softness about you. And we talked about it at half-time because I didn't know whether he wanted to come off. It's like, you're not coming off anyway. But he showed a real toughness about him today. And to play the minutes he has now, he's just touching 2,500 just under that at his age. I keep saying that there can't be many. They were all incredible today, but to answer your question, yeah, incredible for a 20-year-old kid.
Teddy and Max coming off, are that precautionary?
Max got a little bit of cramp. Teddy, I said to the two strikers, who was Danny and Ben before the game, I spoke to him. I said, I need you to run your heart out for 60 minutes. If you're not looking at me at 60 minutes saying, please take me off because I can't do any more, I'm going to have a problem with you. And I thought they all did that. So I thought Teddy started to tire a little bit. Max had cramp. And don't forget, Max not had a lot of games. I think Max started 5 games last year. He's played over 20 for us this year. So, and this spell he's had in teams just come off the back of some time out. So purely precautionary. I'm not aware of any negative news on injury front, but that can easily change my mind.
There's one that Lincoln fans might have heard of when we talked before, and who particularly those at the game, Charles Vernam out for the season.
Yeah, really devastated for Charles. Just a great pro. Has played a good amount of football this year and done really well for us. But when he's been out of the team, he's been a real example to everybody. So Charles has had an operation on his knee, a little meniscus tear. That's been repaired. It's been successful, but he'll be out for the remainder of the season. But we'll be back for us pre-season. But really disappointed for Charles.
So Mark, I'm working this out now, 3.5 hours ago we stood about 2 metres to our left and I said to you there were 2,200 Imps fans here. They'll all be on the A57 heading home. You've got a message for them?
Yeah, look, thank you so much. I never feel overly comfortable coming out here and talking about because I don't want to be a creepy guy, but I get asked it a lot and sometimes I think, oh, please don't ask me again. But like, we're really lucky, privileged, and we completely, totally understand how much the club means to the fans and how much the players, and I keep talking about the players, mean to them. And that's why after the game, the players went over and clapped them, and I was like, get in the box, get right up to them. And when they did, the place erupted, and like, that's what they give you because of what you give them on the pitch. Like, never lose sight of how much it means to them, how much you mean to them. Head coaches come and go all the time. That's football. But you'll be here a lot longer than me, and they'll be here a lot longer than you. So get up there and show them how much you care. And our players know that, and they see that. As a coach, I've been in football for 2 years. That's one of the best experiences I've ever had in football, stood in the box after the game. And I mean that from, really deep down. It was amazing. I was really proud of everybody connected with the club today.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you very much.